It's time for the True Sports Card Show, the only 1 hour radio show giving you the latest information in sports cards, memorabilia, and collectibles. Here are your hosts, Imran Poladi, Tim Big Shep Shepler, and Kevin Michael Whitey Gleason. Cheerio, Rice Krispie, Fruit Loop. Yeah, Tim always gets introduced. He's rarely here. We miss you, Tim. With the NFL draft rolling along, thanks for making us your Saturday morning selection here. Kevin Whitey Gleason making last-minute preparations for our upcoming football card draft this morning. And now here he is. He's the star of the show, which I have to say because he pays for it. So.
Just get to it. Just get to it.
Mr. True Sports Cards himself. He looks at the fact that the 49ers drafted a 5'9" defensive back yesterday and says, man, that guy's pretty tall. Imran Poladi.
My card part, Whitey Gleason.
How are you, card part?
Hey, backstage information here, or behind the curtain information. Whitey came up with this really incredible idea to do a card draft, a football card draft.
Right.
He came up with it yesterday, and I was like, this is a great idea. And I called him late last night. I knew he was in bed, but I thought, let's just talk this through. I called you about 8:20 p.m.
Deep into the REM sleep.
Is everything okay? Yeah. We still have a show? Yeah, we still have a show. We'll be all right. So we're going to have some fun today. It's going to be a blast. Excited about this card draft.
Yeah, and by the way, the actual draft, we have a couple updates for you. Cam Skattebo got drafted today by the New York Giants.
Love it.
And the 49ers made another selection.
For those that don't know why Cam Skattebo matters here locally, fill him in.
He went to Sac State a couple years, played very well at Sac State before going on to the desert. Southwest.
He went to Arizona State?
Yes.
Anthony behind the window.
Mm-hmm.
Fact check us.
That is correct. He went to Arizona State.
Stat boy Anthony. That's what we're going to call him.
Mm-hmm.
Stat guy? Stat boy.
I think guy works.
Stat man. He's a stat man.
Stat kid. So, yeah, he went to Arizona State. He's a little bowling ball. I love him. He's got personality. Very exciting for him to be a New York Giant. Congratulations to Cam Skattebo.
Yes, and the 49ers selected C.J. West as defensive tackle from Indiana as they continue to fortify the interior of their defensive line. You've got to stop the run at this level, Imran. You've got to stop the run.
You got to love the lo-fi music in the background that we're playing. I asked Anthony, put on something chill, calm Whitey down.
I found myself kind of sliding.
Yeah, well, it reminded you of 8:20 p.m. last night.
That's usually ridiculous. Last night it wasn't that far off.
It was pretty close.
I got to be honest with you.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
So the draft has been a fun draft to watch. I think I didn't enjoy – I kind of enjoyed the Shedeur Sanders slide, but now I don't enjoy it. Actually, at this moment, we're at 10:05 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
They're about 1/3 of the way, maybe halfway through the fourth round. No Shedeur Sanders. I actually feel kind of bad right now. Audience, do you guys feel bad that Shedeur is sliding?
They're sympathetic. They're angry. They're confused. The funniest thing to me is how you have guys like Jerry Jones and Sean Payton, and they talk about, this guy's great. Oh, this guy, oh, man, someone's going to pay for this. They talk up how great he is, but they don't actually pick him. It's kind of funny. I mean, if you think he's so great, then why don't you pick him?
I know, and not only that, but now all 32 teams have gone through multiple cycles with having him right at their fingertips, and they've all passed.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's not just like, we need a quarterback. We hope that we get him. Multiple times teams have passed on this guy. And I'll tell you, because of the first round slotting of salaries, he's going to be anybody can hold out for any amount of money, but you're getting him at a heck of a deal right now if you're picking him in the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, I know we had our little mock last week up to the Niners pick, and I had him going much earlier. Obviously, I had him going in the first round. I don't know.
I had him in the top 11.
Yeah, I had him ninth.
But you did well. If I'm not mistaken, your 1 through 5 you nailed.
I think it was 1 through 4.
Who'd you have at? Okay, so we both had Cam Ward at Titans. That was no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I had Abdul at 2 with the Browns. You had Travis at 2 with the Browns.
Yes.
You were correct on the pick. Wrong team, but we didn't know that.
Right.
Giants took Abdul Carter, which
Mhm.
I was wrong. You were right.
Bingo.
Patriots, we both picked Will Campbell.
Bingo.
I was right. What'd you think of him crying?
There's no crying in. Well, there's crying. On
I
draft day.
got emotional. I was
Yeah.
like, this guy. We got to remember,
There's crying.
as big and strong and huge as these guys are,
It's life
they're still
changing.
19 and 20 and 21 years old.
Mhm.
I still cry today if I read a YouTube comment that hurts my feelings. Okay, please be easy with me, guys.
That's
Um,
unfortunate.
And then Mason Graham went 5 for me. Did he go for
I'm
you?
5.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you were perfect through 5.
Then I.
No,
I was
then you
off.
hit Genty. You hit Genty, right?
I did not.
Who'd you have at 6 for
I
Raiders?
had a Membo going 6.
Okay,
I was
so
way, way off.
I had Genty.
Mhm.
Memba was 7 for me, and you had 7 who?
Tyler Warren, tight end.
And neither one of us hit that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Panthers at 8. We were both off on Jalen Walker. He went way farther than he should have.
Right.
Who did the Panthers? Oh, they get McMillan, the wide
Yeah.
receiver.
Tetaroa McMillan. Don't call me Ted. He says. Don't call me Tet.
What's his nickname then?
He says.
T-Mac?
Yes, actually, he did say
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Tracy McGrady's going. No, that's me.
How dare you?
Yeah.
The other thing I would like to say about that is give Bryce Young another weapon. This is a good thing for Bryce Young investors to have a tall 6'4" wide receiver as part. I mean, he had, who was it last year? Thielen
Mm-hmm.
was his leading wide receiver. Kind of sad that was his options. Now he's got a great big tall wide receiver to join his receiving core. Good for Bryce Young. That might be a positive for him this year if you're investing in Bryce Young. And then we've got 9 at the Saints. Sit right there, Shadur's right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
And who they go with? I don't remember. We ended up with Mikael Williams, right? Mikael Williams. That's
Yes.
who we ended up with.
Michael Williams. Yeah.
I had him at 9 for the Saints in my draft. So he slipped, quote unquote, slipped to the Niners at 11. Be all right. Be all right.
Yes. I don't have all my picks. I lost the second page, but I had Derek Harmon going to the 49ers at 11, and he ended up going 21st to the Steelers. And you talk about an emotional story. Did you hear his story?
Refresh us.
His mother has been very ill.
Oh,
She had a
yes.
stroke, and she's been in the hospital. And when he was called by the Steelers, they said he was going to the hospital to tell her, and he did. He told her that he was drafted, and then that
She passed away right
yeah,
after.
yeah.
Oh, that's emotional.
Mm-hmm.
That is emotional. Well, moving on from that sad story. Well, I'm glad that his mom was alive to see.
Me
her.
too. That's the way I
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's terrible.
Because she
Yes,
had
it
a
is,
long illness, I believe, for years. She had multiple brain surgeries, and I guess that's, if I can recall the story.
yeah. At the very
So-
least, he was able to think how he'd feel if, I didn't get to tell her. So at the very least.
Let's root for the kid.
Yes, absolutely.
There's a lot of root for the kid stories. The young man, Beck, that was drafted by the Raiders.
backed by that. Yeah.
Yeah, his brother was killed in the
Mm-hmm. Tiger.
Tiger in the unfortunate New Orleans massacre that happened, and he passed away through that. What a story! I found myself crying quite a few times. I do that. I'll watch these because
This
like
music is not helping with the turn this conversation.
is there a
is
high
taking.
five? High five with no.
I gotta go find the high five.
He's gonna
I'm
go
not
find a high
sure,
five.
yeah.
Right now it's low five. We need to raise it up a little bit,
Right,
but we'll be
right.
all right. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Um,
So mixed bag for our picks. But you know what's interesting to me about the draft, Imran? Just about everybody, the teams and the pundits for the most part, especially in the first round, everyone's looking at it going, yeah, I think they did pretty good. You know, you got people on ESPN, it's their job to go, this is an idiotic pick. What are they doing? And people quibble a little bit with this or that. But for the most part, everyone had to agree, yeah, I think everyone did a pretty good job.
I mean, the only way they could really screw up is if you say that you have a glaring need and you pick something off the wall somewhere else.
Mhm.
But last year's screw up, Jack Sawyer just went to this Pittsburgh Steelers. If you have a glaring need and you ignore that glaring need, last year it was the Atlanta Falcons. Remember, they needed some help for Cousins for receiving,
Mhm.
and they go, you know what we'll do? Let's go with another quarterback. It's like, wait a minute, what? And that worked out well
Mhm.
somehow. Cousins is now on the block. Jack Sawyer edge just from Ohio State just went to the Steelers. That's a great pick. Really good pick.
Gotcha. Just to clean up our mess from last week, Calvin Banks went to the Saints 9th, offensive lineman. I did not have that. I don't think you had that, did you?
No.
Colston Loveland, the tight end, went to the Bears. I did not have that. And then Mikael Williams going to the 49ers. The guy I had going to the 49ers, as I said, went 21st, Derek Harmon. And who'd you have the Niners getting? Didn't you have the corner?
I had Will Johnson, the defensive back, that actually slipped into the second round. And you had mentioned something about there was some concerns regarding his leg injury.
A knee. Yeah, he went to Arizona.
So very quickly, before we move on, I want to talk to you about who you feel great about with the fit and the hobby conversion of that, based on what you saw. Well, I can go first, or you can go first.
Go ahead. I think I know where you're going to go, and I don't want to undercut you.
It's good. It's Travis Hunter. I mean, he's playing at home. He went to Jackson State, ended up at Colorado, but he's from Palm Coast, Florida, West Palm Beach. He's playing in Jacksonville. He's a two-way star, Heisman Trophy winner. And did you see the draft? Were you watching the draft live? Mm-hmm. Boy, he's just a fun-loving guy, big smile, great personality, seems pretty humble. When he took his Heisman, when he took his speech as the Heisman, he talked about his dad. I did this for you. It's coming to the family. I want to make you proud. Like, this is a kid that you're just rooting for. I think he's going to be an excellent, excellent person to collect, because you're going to see him on pretty much 85% of the time on the field. You're going to see Travis Hunter there, whether or not people throw at him, as a corner, or he's getting a pass thrown to him. He's going to be on the field 85% of the time.
They have a new GM, Mr. Gladstone, there, and he's really trying to make a splash.
Is that the kid?
Yes.
Oh my! Young. I mean, like a kid, like 34. I like him. I saw him do a couple interviews. Mm-hmm. He's good. Who do you like?
I like the 18th pick, the Seahawks tackle Gray Zabel. I'm kidding.
Oh my God. After last week, all I talked about was offensive linemen not mattering in the hobby. You're all, speaking of
Gray Zabel, baby.
I got to tell you about Penny Sewell.
The downtown Gray Zabel.
Look at him go. He's an offensive lineman with a great downtown.
No, Ashton Genty.
Who
went higher than I didn't think he'd go there, but he's going to be a huge megastar with Pete Carroll and the Raiders. So he'd be my investment.
It's interesting. Autographs are signed often with Sharpie pens, the brand Sharpie. And McMillan, who went to the Panthers at 8, and Genty, who went to the Raiders at 6, are both spokespeople now. They are sponsored by Sharpie.
Really?
Yeah, they did a commercial of the two of them. We only signed with Sharpies. It's pretty cool that they're attributing them to the autograph world through their sponsorship. So pretty cool. Love that.
One more note on offensive linemen. The Cowboys, as you know, they took Tyler Booker from Alabama, and Micah Parsons was on his podcast. He was watching when they made the pick, and he was very disappointed.
Mad about the
villain. He's like, no, he's a great pick. I was hoping they'd do something to help the defense.
No. He wanted McMillan.
Oh, is that who he wanted?
Yeah. And he was like,
nothing against him.
And he goes, I like the guy, but CD, I wanted somebody on your other side. They thought they were getting McMillan at 12 or whatever it was, but he got picked up at 8. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. One other person that I think would be worth taking some chances on for investment is Omarion Hampton. He went to the
Chargers, right?
Chargers. And I think that when you have J.K. Dobbins and Gus Williams, it's a perfect fit for a guy that's going to come in there. He's big, 6'1", 225. I like him. I think that that's going to be a very good option, and Harbaugh is going to know how to use him. I like it. I like that pick.
From a football standpoint, I really am uncomfortable with the fact that the Eagles got Jihad Campbell, linebacker, because their defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio, he's done wonders over the years with linebackers, and that's the Eagles don't need any more standout defensive players. At 31 could be a great value for them. But anyway, I don't have to worry about that. Kyle Draper's not here. What I am worried about is your gang. Where is your gang? Where are they out and about? Where can we find your
We've got
team?
Big Shep and Donovan in Concord.
The A-team, huh?
Yeah, they're at the Bay Area Card Show. So they're there in Concord, buying, selling, trading. I got an update from Shep. It's 10/18. and they're doing fantastic so far.
Wow.
So that's always good for the pocketbook. But we
Mhm.
are buying and selling and trading. One thing that I'm looking at right now, picking up, whether it's bringing them to the shop or meeting us at a show, I need junk slabs. And when I say junk slabs, I mean under $10 slabs that are just sitting around. PSA, SGC, Beckett, GMA, ABC, 123. I don't
So
care
not
what
the
they're
cards,
called.
you need them slabbed. You're saying junk slab.
I would love them. I'd buy
Yeah.
them all in bulk right now because people want to increase their collections and they're looking for affordable options. I can say that with this current condition and market of where we're at in the economy, people are still coming into the store. They're loving collecting. They love doing what they do as far as having that joy of collecting, but they're a little bit more budget conscious. I'm noticing that. So we still have our same great customers and new people coming in, but they're saying, I love this product. Do you have a lesser priced version of it?
So everybody's asking for the Draper special.
Yes, everybody's turned into Kyle Draper. And a quick example of that, 2024 Optic football just came out.
Yeah.
Hobby.
Sold out at Target.com. Not there anymore.
Retail for a hobby box, 1 or 2 autographs per box, $875. Okay. No autographs of some of the top players. No Caleb Williams auto, no Jaden Daniels auto, none.
Because
no
they're
Drake May
Fanatics
auto.
guys,
Yeah,
yeah.
because they're Fanatics guys. So you're missing some of the Bo Nix auto. You're losing some big ones. So you only have, what is that? Penix and McCarthy in there as far as the quarterbacks go. $875.
Mhm.
But we also have the mega box versions of that, which is smaller, but we have that for 105 or so, something like that.
Mhm.
Again,
Those are hard to get.
we have them on our shelf. Actually, we sold 7 of them to one person yesterday.
Mm.
So we'll try to restock that. But the point of what I'm getting at is he got 10 boxes of that product for less than one hobby box.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And if sometimes it's about the endorphins of opening new product and enjoying it, this guy's going to have 10 times more likely the fun
Yeah.
than opening one hobby box at $875. And it's hard for me to poo-poo something that's sitting on my shelf because there's something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We will sell those. I'm not worried about that. But as far as the budgetary concerns, people are looking for more affordable options. And that's why products like Top Heritage Baseball this week,
Yep.
they're doing really well because that's under $130 for
It's a
tax.
paper product. It's a lot of fun, especially for older collectors that remember when the cards that they're based on first came out.
I will also say this as we are about to talk about me going to Atlanta. These Topps products that
I'd
you're
cross
seeing,
that off. We weren't going to talk
these
about
Topps products that you're seeing, like Topps Chrome football, like Topps Chrome basketball, these are unlicensed to the team, but licensed to the players. So you're getting the Wemby autos and you're getting the, your Drake May and Jaden Daniels autos in them, but they're unlicensed. And you're seeing these boxes at $300, $400, $250 for Topps Chrome Cosmic basketball. Very inexpensive relative to the normal. When the licenses flip,
Yeah.
hold on to your pocketbook.
Ooh.
We're talking about some serious money. If you've got Optic football this year at $875 a box retail, and you don't have any of the top players in there as far as signing autographs, what do you expect it's going to look like when you have licensing and all of the great players in there too?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a fortune.
Set you back $1,000 at least.
So at this point, if you're able to pick up Jaden Daniels rookie autographs, even unlicensed, whether it be Leaf, Wild Card, Topps, grab them
Mm-hmm.
because there's only one rookie year. You might be able to get Jaden Daniels wearing a Commander's uniform next year and an autograph, but it will not be his rookie. So you might as well grab him.
Gotcha. Where is Emran going to be? It's not exactly where's Waldo, but where are you off to now?
As soon as we get done here, I'm driving to the airport. I'm going to be headed to Atlanta for the Topps Industry Conference. It's a once-a-year get-together of card shop owners and breakers. We spend time in a room together. We're going to be at the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta. And this is where Topps and Fanatics lets us know what's happening over the course of this next few months and the year. A couple things I can confirm with you.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the license for football is flipping the day after the season ends.
Okay.
So it's literally the contract with Panini. And
When you
again,
say season, I'm sorry, but do you mean regular season or like when the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl ends.
Okay.
I think what happens is it triggers the end of the contract. Now, there's a lot of time between now and then. There's lawsuits going back and forth. But one of the sticking points of Panini holding on and fighting this lawsuit has been the owner of Panini being absolutely just fighting tooth and nail to make sure that he could try to keep the licensing and try to prevent, I'm doing air quotes on the radio, a monopoly, right? Even though, buddy, you've had it for the last 11 years. With your exclusive.
You literally have the rights to the Monopoly cards, but that's a whole different thing. That's not
exactly.
what we're talking about. I know.
So with that said, he passed away this past week.
Hmm.
The owner of Panini, the guy that started it. So maybe this may look and the board says, we're kind of out the door.
Yeah.
Looking at, do we just work with Fanatics to the licensing portion of it, or can we buy part of the license so we keep Panini still licensed through Fanatics permission? If you think about it, it's kind of interesting. There are times that they cross over, even as much as they hate each other. You ever see boxes of prisons that are Fanatics exclusive with a different? What does that tell you?
Yeah.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
So you've got Panini products that have Fanatics exclusive boxes. They're usually mega or blaster versions of it, and it's like, wait a minute. I thought you guys hate each other.
So there is some common ground there.
There
Perhaps.
has been in the past, and it's
Yeah.
gone through, and maybe they're forced to because they signed a contract, but I don't know the details on that, but it's not like they haven't collaborated before in the past.
All right. Well, that's encouraging. We'll have fun in Atlanta.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm
Yeah.
excited about that. And the
What's
trip,
the most fun thing about that for you?
talking to other card shop owners who I admire and look up to.
Ah.
There's a couple of guys that I run into that we've made friendly over the years. Rob Veras, who's been one of our great guests often, who owns Burbank Sport Cards. I built a lot of our business around some of the models that he shared with me. Tyler Santiago from Santiago Sports, very big on social media. Tyler and I are friends. We sit next to each other usually at these conferences. And so he has a great business that we work through. And then Ryan Johnson, AKA Card Collector 2, he's a buddy. He's one that's really popular on YouTube, has a huge following. Him and I share ideas. So whenever you can share ideas of cool stuff, it's great to be able to share ideas because you're not in competition with the guys that are next to you. Like when I go to a real estate conference in the past, do you work in Sacramento? No? Well, here I go. Blah, right? And I'll tell you everything because I want to know everything that you do in your local market.
Right.
But when you have people that are potentially direct competitors, it's like,
I saw something about you today. Might have been LinkedIn, and you were described as a real estate personality. And I thought, I didn't know that was a thing. A real estate personality? So
you're questioning that?
Yeah. I didn't know anyone could be a real estate personality. You may have invented it.
No, in 2011, I was voted as one of the top 100 most influential people in real estate in the world.
How many times did you vote for yourself?
Well, it doesn't matter. The point is there was enough votes to make that happen. So, yeah, and then that came with the personality. I spoke on stages and some other stuff.
Yeah, I know you're a wonderful speaker and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was way back when. So then they started calling people personalities. But you could say that there's card hobby personalities. I'd like to be one.
Yeah, I get that, but I just
I'm working on it.
He's a real estate personality. Oh, okay. You must be the only one, right? Are you the one and only?
I am the one of
original,
one
at least?
masterpiece of the real estate personalities. Yeah, for sure.
I have one question for you before we get to the draft. Last week we were throwing around some ideas, and I thought we kicked around a really good idea. The Beckett, that is your son Beckett, hot and cold list in your store with pictures of him like lounging by the pool for the hot list,
right?
And then bundled up for the cold list. Has that happened yet? Are we any closer?
I'm waiting for the weather to hit 107 here in the valley, which it will.
Yes.
And he's starting to play outside in his little swim trunks. So I need to do one of those.
Okay. Yeah.
So the photos are coming.
So when we go in the store, we get an idea. What's going on? What's hot? What's not? Oh, there you go.
Okay. Weirdly enough, I was thinking about it. And I was like, okay, we'll just make a life-size version cutouts of Beckett, hot and cold list. And then I go, we could go one step further, make dolls. And I was like, what am I doing? Where is my brain going? Could you imagine 2 creepy dolls of my son?
Well,
and my son's not creepy, but the dolls would be.
They would be, I think, a little bit.
And imagine AJ and Ethan coming to open open the store and they're like, ah, I won't warn them. We'll move the dolls like Elf on the Shelf, Beckett somewhere in the shop.
The thing that makes a doll creepy is the eyes. If they have those eyes that have eyelids, you know, my mom in our old house one time, we found in this closet, there's this little chair with this doll sitting in it, and it had those eyes. It's like, run.
Some people think that of our shop, but it's just Shep sitting there at his table.
Boy, taking a shot at Shep.
He can't defend himself. He's fine. Give me the rules of this draft that you so expertly put together last night.
It's time for the True Sports Card football card draft, and we're going to take turns picking here, and we're going to pick 11 players each. We don't have to pick
Not
5
players, but cards.
Cards, yeah.
We can
cards
pick
and
multiple
players.
of the same player.
Oh, I didn't
right?
know that.
So, like, if you chose a Tom Brady card, it doesn't preclude me from picking a different Tom Brady card.
I see. We're going to play that way. Okay, that's fine.
Hey, there's plenty of Tom Brady cards that you might
I
have
know,
interest in.
but to me, if you get a guy, then like, the other guy can't get him. But okay, that's fine. So, we're figuring out the rules as we go. Don't have to have, 11 positions, different positions on offense or defense. And then I think at some point you're thinking of posting this, and so that people can determine
who has a better one. Anthony, do you have a what's that sound when the pick is in? Do you have one of those?
I can find something similar to that. Yeah.
Find the non-copyright version of it.
We got licenses.
Just so you know, I've got my own rules. I will not be picking any cards that you've already picked. If you pick a guy, to me,
you're not going to pick. You're saying that person's out
to me, but you can, double up if you want.
Why wouldn't you do?
I just do 1 card per player. To me, that's the way I'm choosing to do it. Maybe I'll change my strategy. Maybe this is all
you
a
realize you're
smokescreen.
losing.
This is a smokescreen. This is disinformation, which always happens before a draft to dissuade you from making picks that I don't want you to make.
It's called blocking. It's like I'm gonna get this guy because then it blocks you from.
Right.
We can play that game if
I
you
may
want.
trade up, which doesn't make any sense.
Would you take my 4th and 5th pick for your second, Emran? Yeah, sounds good to me.
In fact, I'll trade you the first pick for picks 2 and 3.
No way.
Okay.
No way.
Right.
That is a bad strategy.
I think I have the first.
We're doing
right?
snake.
Yeah.
So we're going Whitey first. Then I have pick 2, 3. Then you have 4, 5, 6, 7 for me, etc. Go on. We're gonna pick until we have 10 total cards. 11 total
I
cards.
think 11.
11 total cards.
Far, yeah.
And then we'll put it on our social on Instagram to see who had the better one.
Mhm.
And let's do this. Whoever wins the votes, that side, I don't know. I'll give somebody something.
Whoever wins the votes gets to wear this next week.
Don't mind Whitey's.
Whoever wins the votes
the
gets
leather
yes,
helmet.
The crown of superiority.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
I call it the cone of shame.
My selections, by the way, are not necessarily based on value.
Yeah, I don't think we're
value.
looking at that.
I'm looking at what I think are the coolest cards. So, do I have the first pick? Am I on the clock?
Yes, and I will say this I'll preface it with this. It's highly likely that we're going to go to our childhood in some of these cases
Sure.
where it's stuff that we love.
Right.
So get ready, folks. These are cards that you've never heard of before. They're pre-1948.
I have the bell. Let me know.
Okay.
Is it a bell?
It's a little
What
bell.
about the thing that goes?
chime? Yeah, he's got
Can
it.
we hear it?
The pick is it.
Let's practice it.
No.
That's not it.
You told me not copywritten, so I went and I found something that sounded like
What's
that.
the one where a pig isn't?
That's the
You
ESPN.
want the ESPN one?
Yeah, let's hear. Do you have that one handy?
I gotta go find that one.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Make sure that we don't have to pay any money for it.
With the first pick in the True Sports Card 2025 football card draft, I select 1965 Topps Tall Boy Joe Namath rookie card short print. Yeah.
What is it about the Joe Namath card in particular? I'm going to look that card up. I know that in the vintage era of cards, they didn't really have too many action shots on the field. Very rarely. There's what is it? Play that again. Go. That's what I was looking for.
Yes.
Joe
yes.
Namath rookie card.
Yes,
That-
1965. It's a tall boy. You know that not a lot of the football cards were tall boys. PSA 9, according to PSA.com, $264,000. But I just picked it because I've met Joe Namath. He was really cool, and it's a rookie card and it's a short print. So that's where I'm going.
I love it.
65 Namath rookie.
That's a great card. One other thing, because it's oversized, it was a little bit harder to keep in good condition because it would be sticking out of books or sticking out of, not the kids that back then thought, I need to keep this in pristine condition, but it was more difficult to keep it in better condition because of its size.
Yeah.
Did you own one ever?
No.
Okay, so
No,
you just seen it
never.
from afar.
I don't know that I've ever seen one other than on the interweb.
Okay, you're gonna be shocked at my first pick. It's gonna harken back to my 12-year-old self, 13-year-old self.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna choose as my number one. Come on, give it. The pick is in.
Pick is in. Emran's making his way to the podium. No,
Here-
not that way. You're going the wrong way.
Yay!
There we
Where
go.
am I going? Help! 1990 score. Baseball, number 697. Bo Jackson, sideways card with his shoulder pads
Oh, in the back.
on the bat.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I
All right.
love that card. That card value right now, PSA 9, strangely enough, it's part of the junk wax era, but a PSA 9 still goes for right around $300 because it was so off center when they used to come out of those packs. A beautiful card, black and white. The only thing it says on the back is big, the word Bo, B-O,
Right.
big letters, blue and black,
Mhm.
matching both the Raiders and the Royals. Everybody loved Bo Jackson back then. I don't love him as a person, but I love him as this card. It's an iconic card, one that we chased as a little kid. So I'm going to go with Bo Jackson, 1990 scored baseball as my
Okay.
first pick, second overall.
Your first pick in the football card draft is a baseball card. Keep that in mind when you're selecting the winner.
He's wearing shoulder pads. It makes it close enough.
Okay. With the second pick.
That was me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. We're doing snake draft. Yeah. So you got Bo Jackson, 1990 score. And then
One card that go. I'm going to go with 1981 Topps, number 216, Joe Montana rookie card. Joe Montana was somebody that I grew up idolizing. He was an amazing talent. One thing that you will notice on that card in particular is that there is no helmet logo decal on that helmet. They did not have the ability to do that, so they either airbrushed it out. I believe they airbrushed that one out. So no helmet decal for the 49ers on that Joe Montana rookie card. Often off center, very difficult to get in a PSA 9. We had one come through the shop as far as getting it graded, coming through the shop for a customer, and that PSA 9 goes for about $2,100.
Wow.
So yeah, pretty
Well done.
incredible card. Yep.
All right. So I get the next two picks,
Please
right?
do.
Yeah. And my team by the name is Whitey's Walruses. All right. That's my team name. Whitey's Walruses. Select for my next pick. The picks are in. 2024 Prism. Jane Daniels Red Wave Prism rookie card, numbered to 149.
Oh,
beautiful
you
card.
went very you went modern, super modern.
Super modern for
Tell me
him.
about that. Why'd you decide to go with this guy?
First of all, it's a beautiful card, and I just watching him and the way he grew this year under pressure, the pressure of playing and trying to win for a good team. I think he's going to be great. He's the real deal. There's so many quarterbacks now that teams need quarterbacks, and he's the greatest quarterback ever. And I think Jane Daniels has a chance to be a truly great quarterback. I think that's what he's going to be. So I'm making that selection, numbered to 149. There's lots of Jaden Daniels great cards out there. I just happen to pick that one. And with my second pick in this round, Topps 1985 USFL number 65 Steve Young rookie card.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was on my list.
Ha. Ha. See, you should have taken him sooner. Yeah, that's what
I could have held on the Bo Jackson one.
I
You
wasn't
would have
gonna take that
You never
one.
would have
Yeah.
picked it. It's like the movie Draft Day, where he picked Vontae Davis, who he could have got later in the draft, but he picked him number one and then screwed up his entire draft and had to
Yep.
fix it.
Yep.
I feel like I'm Kevin
Right.
Costner right now.
Yeah. Steve Young rookie card, LA Express, I believe. Los Angeles Express.
Is that what he was?
Yeah, that's the team he was on. I could have bought that card set once, but I didn't. I wish I had. I bought 78 Topps baseball instead, but it was all OC. I didn't know it. I didn't look at it before I bought it. So beware. There's my picks, Emran.
He was
Whitey's Walrus.
He was number that was 84 on the USFL.
There was 85. Topps 85 USFL set.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I
So
don't know if they had an 84
there
set.
was an 84
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm about to share that with you here in a second.
All right.
So the pick is in. for the, what do I want to call the Hottie Pilates? That's what we're going to call my team.
Pretty good.
The Hottie Pilates. They select 1976 tops right before I was born. 1976 tops. Walter Payton rookie card number 148. An iconic, beautiful card. Has sweetness with a smile. They go for an enormous amount of money in a PSA 9s. But that's one of the most iconic cards. One of the greats. He passed away in his mid 40s from, I believe it was liver. He had some liver issues. Will always go down as one. You could debate who's the greatest running back of all time, but if you were to pick 100 people, 51% of them minimally would say that Walter Payton was the greatest.
And he was beloved. And if you give me just a moment, I have to cross him off my list.
He's the man. He was they named Man of the Year award after Walter Payton,
Mm-hmm.
an exceptional guy. And I was fortunate enough to meet and have lunch with Jim McMahon maybe 6 months ago. And he talked about Walter Payton being just the most incredible person. So having Walter Payton's rookie card had to be on my list, which then leads me to a defensive player. I wanted a defensive player. I didn't know which one. I either wanted to go with the greatest of all time, in my opinion, for defensive player, or at least the greatest lineman of all time. I'm going to go, it's a little harder to get, so I'm going to go with a harder one. So I'm going to go with 1984 USFL. Where's my number here? I want to make sure I can find it. Where are you? 1984 USFL. It's going to be the Reggie White XRC. That's called the extended rookie card. It's number 58. This card in particular came in these small sets, like the Topps Traded type sets. So they would come in a little cardboard. They'd get messed up. It'd be very, very difficult to get him in great condition.
Evan. That's a good pick.
He's the greatest lineman of all time.
Mm-hmm.
In debates, top 3 defensive player of all time with Reggie White, the late great Reggie White. But that's an iconic card, one that's very difficult. Raw cards of that go for about $150. You'll find them in PSA 8s and 9s in the $300 to $400 range. Reggie White is my pick.
Very good pick. Yeah, it's interesting because I had him as 85 USFL set. That was not the XRC. That was RC.
Correct.
So,
and the 85 is in the red bordered version of it.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good picks. I think I'm going to have to go defense here as well. Whitey's Walruses, and the pick is in. The picks are in. This is a card that I actually had, and when I was getting back involved in cards, I went through all my cards like, oh, I didn't know I had that. Why don't I sell it? I did. I wish I hadn't. 1971 Topps, Mean Joe Green rookie card.
It's a blue and red bordered card, right?
Yes, all of the ones that year are.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. No matter what the team colors are, you got the blue.
What
and
year
the
was
red.
that? Is that
1971 Topps.
71? I was thinking of 70 with Bradshaw was all red, but yeah, 71 Mean Joe Green. What did he mean to you? I mean, you were watching him when you were in what? How old were you when that was all going
I just
on?
graduated from college. No. I was, like 10. I had a thing for the Steelers at that point. I'm not sure why. They were such a young team and they were coming into their own. They'd been so bad. And it's like, Mean Joe Green, he was so awesome. He had a, larger than life persona. So yeah, I had that rookie card and I sold it for like $65 or something a couple years ago. So he's my
you
selection.
did.
I did.
I
sell
have
it.
a replacement one for you at the shop. It's ungraded, but it's nice.
I was looking at that actually. I have
Did
seen
you?
that there. Yes. So I've got Joe Namath, 65 Topps. I got Steve Young, Topps 85. Joe Green, 1971. Jaden Daniels, Prism 2024. And with my next selection, I'm going defense again. The pick is in. 1982 Topps, all-pro rookie card. One of the greatest football players I've ever seen and had the pleasure of talking to, Ronnie Lott.
I love Ronnie.
Yeah, me too.
I love Ronnie. What is it about? Well, as a Niners fan growing up, just the hit stick version of Ronnie Lott is
Just a
incredible.
classic example of, I can't imagine what it was like on the field playing against, but off the field, when you spoke to him, just such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Those guys way nicer than he needed to be.
Yeah.
And just so freaking tough. I was at the game where he got his finger caught in somebody's face mask and had the tip of it amputated.
He showed it to me.
Really?
He showed it to me. Is it pinky or is it ring finger? I thought it was ring finger.
I'll have to double check. I thought it was a tip of his pinky, but I'll have to double
And
check.
then he was like, just cut it off, and I'm
They had
going
to
back
play
in.
the Giants in next week, I think. And he's like, well, no, just take it off of there and we'll move on.
Can't miss on there.
Yeah.
Did you pick 2 in a row?
I did. I picked Joe Green and Ronnie Lott.
All right. So what pick are we on? What round is this?
Will this for you be 1, 2, 3, 4? This is your 5th. No, actually, because you have 2 in each. 1, 2, 4th.
I need to know when I'm in my 6th round pick.
Huh.
Am I there yet?
You haven't been keeping track?
No,
Yeah.
I don't. It's all top of my head.
Bo Jackson.
When you're this much of a genius,
I think this is your 3rd round. If you pick 2 at a time, this is your 3rd.
This is the third.
Yeah.
this is the 3rd round.
right.
There's eventually a 6th, right?
I mean, it depends on how many people you guys are picking.
It
We'll
is,
just keep
yeah.
going. We'll
Yeah.
go way past the hour. We'll encroach into the next show. I do what I want. Okay. So with my next pick, we're in 12-year-old Emran collected this. I remember going to Gaines Liquors store in Stockton, California, where I was growing up. 50 cents a pack for 1989 score. And we're all looking for the smile from this guy. 1989 score, Barry Sanders rookie card, number 257. That was one card that we wanted. And you know what else was pretty cool was the score used plastic. It was one of the first plastic-based wrappers.
Really? Oh, okay.
So you could kind of see through the top a little bit as to what you can get. And I remember before I started looking at the tops to see if I could see the Barry Sanders card on there. There's some iconic cards that are coming out of that set. They're all headshots as far as the rookies are concerned. So Barry, no helmet, headshot photo, but you've got incredible rookies out of there like Deion Sanders, Troy Aikman, Derek Thomas, the late great Derek
Yeah,
Thomas.
that was a great set, as I recall.
Oh my goodness. But one of the top picks in there, I believe, was Andre Ward. I think he was one of the top draft picks in. No, I'm wrong. I said Ward, but I meant Ware, and that was 1990. I apologize. 1989 first pick was Aikman out of UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
So Aikman's rookies in there. So a lot of headshots of these guys, but the Barry Sanders rookie card is what I'd be going for. That card raw goes for between $40 to $60. Graded, it's somewhere in the a 9 would be right around $150 to $200.
I'm surprised it's not worth more. I mean, that's
I think
very
it's just
affordable.
the printing
Sure,
amount,
Sure.
but very difficult to get that centered. PSA 10s go for a fortune. If I was to look it up, PSA 10, Barry Sanders rookie card, 1989 score. Barry Sanders, you're looking at roughly about $1,500.
Is that 89 Barry Sanders a score one worth any more or less significantly than, say, his Topps rookie card?
Yes. His Topps rookie card came out of 1989 Topps traded.
Oh, okay.
So again, it was in one of those boxes. You knew you were getting the rookie card because you were buying the box.
Mhm.
You didn't have to worry about pulling it out of a pack. All right. And then that leads to my first what round am I in now?
Well,
This is
your,
still the third round.
Yeah.
You're
No,
just
no.
going-
But each pick should be like,
each pick is a
so
round?
like Whitey picks 1, I pick
This is
2.
your
That's the
sixth
end of the
pick.
first round.
Yeah. So
And then I pick
you're
3.
still in the third.
I pick 3 and then I pick 4 and I pick 3 and Whitey picks 4. That's the second round. Imagine it just going, as a snake. What level of the snake am I at right now?
I don't know, but this is going to be your 6th player picked.
Perfect. Give me it.
All right.
The pig is in. What
Must not
was,
be a very
what
good
was,
one.
telling it to do.
what was that?
It's automatically turning on.
Do it
and off.
again. Automatically turned on. You hear that?
Yeah.
My wife's listening.
See?
Okay, we get it. How
You
many
got
picks am I
hiccup.
doing? With my 6th round pick,
Uh-huh.
you got to go with a GOAT. 2000 playoff contenders, Tom Brady rookie autograph. Now, this card is one that everybody wants. It's out of reach of budget for 99% of the world, including me. It's out of my reach.
Mm-hmm.
This card is the one that has Tom Brady's autograph. He's dropping back for a pass. It's a rookie ticket, the on-card auto. And there's one on eBay right now available for $22,500 or best offer. This is one of those great cards. And I'm looking to see, there are numbered versions of this, but this one in particular is not numbered. You got to go with a GOAT. We can't have an entire list and not have Tom Brady's best rookie card. Now, this
Where did
card,
it go? You picked Joe Montana.
that's true. That's true. I wouldn't, that's a good debate right there. I will say that the numbered version of this card has, in a PSA 10, has seen upwards of $1 million as far as cost value resale. So I go with Tom Brady with my 6th-round pick.
We're chimeless. We're out of chime.
How about
Hey, we're out of chime.
We're out of shine. Hey guys, we're out of shine. Hey, what if you did like
It's confused because we're also playing the music.
okay,
through
let's do
here.
this. Okay, let's do this then. Every time I do mine, I'd like Pete Rock, CL Smooth, When They Reminisce Over You,
Okay. Well,
instrumental.
okay.
And whenever Whitey does his, it's going to be the Benny Hill theme song. Okay. And if you can't find Benny Hill theme song, we're going to do the hamster song for Whitey's. I mean, I'm just putting themes together.
Right.
Top of my
Benny
head.
Hill song.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
There you go.
The Benny. Okay. Here comes Whitey's pick.
My pick is in. My
Good.
picks are in.
Start his music though.
It should be playing. Things are getting messed up. I think that you guys.
You get here way too early in the morning, and you're just tired right now.
I'm not tired. It's the computer's
Well, I'm
like
tired of you
actively
not-
not working.
I'm tired of you not playing the Benny Hill song.
I got other music.
No. Or a hamster song. Okay, go ahead.
And I
Whitey.
made pick number 6. Yeah, my 6th player. By the way, I got Joe Namath 65 tops. I got Steve Young 85 tops. I got Jaden Daniels 2024 Prism. I got Ronnie Lott 82 tops. I got Joe Green 71 tops. And this one, I don't need to take this soon. I don't think there's any way you're going to take it.
Louder.
But this is an awesome card. It's going way, way back. Don't know that I've ever actually seen it. It's a 1957 Topps Johnny Unitas, which I think maybe his rookie card. I'm not sure. The cool thing about it is it says his position is back. Johnny Unitas, back.
He's back.
Colts. He's a back. You know, he's not an end. He's a back. I just love that. Yeah, I got a Johnny Unitas card. Who's that? What's he
Quarterback,
play? Oh, he's a
running back.
He's a
He's
on
back.
the Colts. Yeah, and they got those weird logos. You know, not the helmet logo, but NFL teams have these weird logos. It's like a bucking, a colt with a helmet popping off his head. I love the card. Really retro. 1957 Topps Johnny Unitas rookie card? Question mark. And then with my 7th pick here. This is a card. I just love these cards too. And I remember these 1969 Topps football. They had like fluorescent colors backgrounds. It was just a full color. This one I think was like pink, but they had like day glow, kind of similar to some basketball cards a few years later. 1951. This is not his rookie card, but I just love the look of the 69 Topps. Gale Sayers, baby.
Oh man.
Gale Sayers was awesome.
All these ones that you're picking have helmets off their head. You
Yes.
could see their face. You could see
Yeah.
the player.
Right.
Yeah. Is that kind of because you like a aesthetic look of them?
I like the colors. I do, to your point, I like the action shots better. And 72 or so Topps had in-action cards. But I first of all, I love Gale Sayers. I think he's vastly underrated. And I think he's got the football, tucked under his arm, and he's just looking without his helmet at the camera. It's a really pretty card to me. Gale Sayers, 1969 Topps. I love 69 Topps football.
So you got Unitas and Sayers.
Yes. Top that.
By the way, we have not had any conflict as far as two of the like. I didn't break your rule yet.
I appreciate that.
But here I go.
Uh-oh.
The pick is in, but we won't use that noise. Can I get some CL Smooth? Of course we can. Anthony's working on that right now. If not, we'll change it in post-production. Oh, wait, we're live. I'm going to go first with what I've been holding off saying, which was the greatest defensive player, in my opinion, that ever lived. That's going to be a 1982 Topps Lawrence Taylor.
Great player.
Rookie.
Just didn't want his card, but a great player.
Are you having a little issue with who he is off the field?
Maybe a little bit. Just
Okay.
awesome. I was never a big fan.
Yeah, but as far as rounding out your sets, I
Mhm.
feel like that's one of those great cards that you have to have. A lot of the 82 stuff, 80 stuff, didn't have them in poses on the field at all. So that's why the inaction subsets were kind of cool.
Mhm.
I'm going to go with that Lawrence Taylor, 1982, card number 434. That in a PSA 8 goes for about 125. Hard to find that thing centered. And then I'm going to go with one of the GOATs as far as I know there's many GOATs that claim to be GOATs. How about this? I would say that I like the 1984. I got to go with one of the two. 1984 Topps. Do I go Marino or do I go Elway? I'm going to go with Marino. I'm going to go with the 1984 Topps number 123 Dan Marino rookie card. A PSA 9 is very difficult.
Nice.
Those cards,
Really?
those cards were miscut a lot of times, so you'll see them kind of like off kilter. And that 84 Topps Marino PSA 9s go for right around $400. Beautiful card to be able to get one of the great quarterbacks of all time in a PSA 9 for $400. You might find a Justin Herbert card for $400. You give me the Marino PSA 9 over any Justin Herbert modern card for me.
All right. With my 7th and 8th selections, I'm going 1958 Topps rookie card, Jim Brown.
Oh,
You ever meet Jim Brown?
no, that's a good pick, though.
Yeah, Jim Brown had hands like I shook hands with him once, and it's like, why are you wearing a catcher's mitt on your right hand? Massive and a great player. 1958 Topps Jim Brown rookie card, and then I'll follow that up with 1993 Upper Deck rookie card short print. Rookie card short print, John Lynch.
Ooh. Ooh.
Nice
Well,
looking card with the Tampa Bay creamsicles on.
that was out of nowhere. Okay, then I'm going to pick up on my two. I'm going to go tight
You
end.
only have three players left.
3 players
You
left?
want to pick all 3 of them now? Go ahead. Then I'll
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I'll take I have Mr. Irrelevant in this draft. Or do
I'm
you?
not sure how that works out.
Or do you? Who's the last pick?
I don't know.
Who has the last pick out of this? Me or you? Look at the snake.
I just have
Come
If you
on.
have 3 left, then it should
Yeah.
be you, Imran. You have 2
I-
here,
I
and then
have
Whitey
Mr.
goes 2, and then
He's one, and then
Got it.
Yeah, you have.
I'm going
2,
to go
and then
tight
he has
end back
one
to
of
back.
them.
The first one is going to be the 2013 Topps Chrome, but I want the orange version of it, of the Travis Kelce Refractor. And the reason why I want that is because he hates that photo. He said it in the past. It's him with his mouth open, catching a football. He's youthful. He's excited, but he hates that photo, so I'm for it. One of the great, could be top 2 tight ends of all time.
Mhm.
And if that's the case, I'm going to go with the other top tight end of all time. I'm going to go with the Rob Gronkowski Topps Chrome Gronk rookie. That is, let me see here. What number is it? Because I want to be able to give it to you. Gronkowski. What year? It's 2011. Rob Gronkowski. I'm going to go with the orange. Sorry. 2010 Topps Chrome Rob Gronkowski. He's doing a Heisman pose cut. That's my 2 choices.
All right, with my 9th selection, 1948 Leaf red jersey, slinging Sammy Baugh rookie card.
Oh my goodness. What are you
It's
doing?
incredible. It says slinging Sammy Baugh right on it. And that's with my 9th pick. With my 10th pick, I'm going one of my favorites of all time, 1966 Bob Hayes rookie, Philadelphia brand, whatever that is. Philadelphia made football cards.
They
That's
sure
all.
did.
Yeah.
Which leaves us to close out the show
Yeah.
with Mr. Irrelevant, the
Uh-huh.
last pick of this draft. Who else could it be but Brock Purdy? Let's go with the 2022 National Treasures rookie patch auto, number to 99, Brock Purdy. There's a BGS 9 rookie patch auto on eBay right now for the low price of $23,999 or best offer. You got Mr. Irrelevant in this draft too.
And with the 11th pick, final pick of the draft, what a bargain. I'm going Patrick Mahomes.
Wait,
Yeah.
Whitey just got an extra pick.
why did it?
Yeah, I think so. You have 10, right, Imran?
We're doing 11.
You're doing 11?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then okay.
Yeah.
Then do I still have Mr. Irrelevant?
I think Brock Purdy was your 11th.
No!
Yeah.
Why did I
I
do
got
that?
the math wrong.
Yeah. So
no.
Patrick, yeah.
Patrick Mahomes was not picked until the.
Right. I got him, baby. Patrick Mahomes.
I
Does he have
lost.
a rookie downtown?
I have one of an offensive lineman. We'll be posting our teams online here shortly. I'm headed to Atlanta. Thank you very much, Whitey, for handling it today, as you always do, as the point guard. Anthony behind the window, giving me misinformation, helping me lose this, and it's been a great
As
time.
always.
I will be on the East Coast, so I'm looking forward to being at the Topps Industry Conference. I'll miss you.
Happy card hunting. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Shop and shop. Doing vintage cards keep coming. Shop and shop.